So hello y'all. I was able to get another hotel room tonight. Had just enough for that. And I'll get to have breakfast included with the hotel tomorrow, so I don't have to pay for breakfast tomorrow. And so I guess I'll have a little bit of money for lunch and dinner. So dog. So it's like tomorrow night. I don't know what's gonna happen. I have that housing appointment tomorrow afternoon, and trying to get back to getting housing again. So it's like I'm just trying what I can. I can't believe I'm going through this, and it's like, well, I'm glad to have the freedom to not have to see Alex's face since Saturday, but he harassed me like, I think it was Sunday. No, not Sunday. I think it was Monday night. No, it was Sunday night. He harassed me early Monday morning. He tried to harass and threaten me online on YouTube, So now he must have saw the videos of me talking about that lady, saying that the Kraft family across the street have a right to sue me for libel, because now he wants to use copycat and use that against me and throw that in my face. But Alex, you will not silence me. You will not, and nobody else. And anybody who wants to talk about how I should ignore the gang stalkers while they're sitting there protesting on Twitter or Facebook or even on YouTube, call themselves exposing their experiences, but then trying to tell me I should ignore all my experiences. Fuck y'all fake asses. And you're being freaking hypocritical by trying to tell me, ignore, when you sit there and post about noise harassment and stuff like that. So you should practice what you preach, or I really think these people are you say you're targeted and you say you're being gang stalked, or then some people being like, well, after I ignore the programming, or after I ignore it, then they stop. Well, guess what? I was gang stalked heavily, even though I didn't know it. And I didn't even have these YouTube channels. I mean, before I even knew I was gang stalked, I had just, a lot of stuff happen to me. So, how the hell y'all gonna say that, oh, if you turn to Jesus Christ, then the gang stalking stop? No, it won't. But Jesus is still real, and, we'll still go through trials and tribulations, So, I mean, some people try to make like, oh, just turn to Jesus and all your problems will go away, But the Bible doesn't promise that your problems will go away, but more like you'll be like spiritually stronger, even though you're going through so much. The health and wealth prosperity gospel is Luciferian. And it's a twisted version of 3 John 2, I think. They twisted that and exploited that, So many people think that poor and homeless are evil and of the devil because they think you're godly if you're rich and driving around with an Lexus and stuff like that and have your big jets like the fake ministers and everything. The prosperity preachers, pimps, fake hypocrite and religious pimps, So, that's crazy. I have a housing appointment tomorrow, but I'm still feeling like I'm just undecided on whether or not I want to stay here or leave. I'm just so freaking disappointed because I wanted to like Pensacola and give it a chance because I love the white sand and pretty clear water and the beaches and stuff, but it's like I know I'm sounding kind of jumpy and bouncy. Just bouncing around from topic to topic. I need to get my head straight and my mind straight. You see, my skin color is darker, right? Because it's like, when I was younger, I used to avoid the sun because I didn't want my skin to get dark. But now, with my doggone sleep deprivation, I was able to get me some, well, like, about 1 hour of sleep in the middle of the night. And then, or am I getting that mixed up with another day? No, I got 1 hour of sleep this morning and no sleep last night. And it was like between 7 o'clock and 8:15. So my phone storage was it was full because I was uploading one of my other videos this morning. And so it's like the man woke me up out of my sleep with the not just the leaf, he used the leaf oil later on, but at first he was using the other thing where you, the blade, I don't know what you call it, the blade that you cut the grass. But the grass was pretty low, and it seemed like the motherfucker just wanted to disturb me and wake me up and keep me sleep deprived. Around 3 o'clock this morning, my heart was feeling heavy. And like I was afraid I was gonna either have a heart attack or a stroke and roll over. I thought I was gonna roll over and die from the sleep deprivation. You know, and I was so tired and so sleepy, but then had to, you know, keep walking around. Well, I was able to sit somewhere, and several police kept passing by on that one street, passing right by me, but they didn't say anything. But I was awake, you know, but then I was dozing off and was having like what's called micro sleeps when you're sleep deprived. And so it's like I took the doggone chance to go to the Forbidden Park, you know, but kind of tried to sleep with one eye open, because trying to fight my fear of being afraid, but then being afraid at the same time. And it's like, you know, I said, fuck it, I'm just freaking tired, sleepy, and I just wasn't feeling good, and I was afraid that my body was going to go into shock or something like that. I don't know what was going on, you know. So, I was freezing cold with the towel on my head because I didn't bring my hoodie. Or, I mean, all I brought was one outfit plus the clothes on my back and my little purse, my big fat purse, and towel and washcloth. And, you know, I guess that's how it is, you know, to have to be kicked out of every city and state, or there's some, being a targeted individual, there's some reason why you can't, don't want to, driven to not want to go back, or you can't go back, you know. So if I do stay here in Mobile, Alabama, which I never dreamed of or never wanted, you know, there's probably going to be a moment where I end up being forced to leave here. That's why I said I need help with getting a car, a vehicle, because I see back in 2009, I didn't know I was a targeted individual, and I was blinded by everything. I didn't know the truth like I know now, but I was heavily targeted even in 2009 in Denton, Texas. And the gang stalking perp bus drivers, you know, tried to ban me from riding the buses then, you know. So it's like when it was like in 2007, I used to call this bus driver the Mexican Humpty Dumpty, because he was so big and obese, and he was I didn't know that he was a gang stalking perp and a narcissistic abuser. And one time, because I was younger, you know, I wasn't a child, but I was younger. I was not a child. I was, I don't know, like 25 or something. And I looked down and I said, well, that bus driver, I said, he doesn't deserve to drive all the nice new buses. And then on one of the passengers, a man said, he has seniority. He can drive whatever he wants. Yeah, people always defend the narcissistic abuser like that. Oh, he has seniority. He can drive whatever he wants. You know? So, well, I have a college degree. Why can't I drive whatever I want? Or why can't I live where I want to live? Why can't I travel where I want, you know? So, I mean, I wasn't a Christian at that time or nothing. You know, all you know is the world, you know. So, it's like, I remember last year, I mean, who the hell would think a retarded, deformed person would be a narcissistic abuser and a gang stalking perp? Retarded, deformed Carnell, that I went to school with, try to, you know, talk about, yeah, you staying in hotels is not good, and you should make sure you get your own place. You know, he let me stay by him like 2 or 3 nights, and then we went to sleep, and then we woke up, and he just rushed me out of the house with no explanation, like for no reason or whatever, you know. And then he never invited me back again, and I was wondering what I did or said wrong, you know. But then after a while, he started to act real funny, and he was like a narcissistic control freak, fake friend, you know. And I'm surprised he confessed and admitted to me that he had sex with my twin sister. Yeah, I'm saying that. So, that's what he told me. So then, how is it the fact that he tell me that I need to get my own place while he never a day in his life had his own place? He, as an adult, he'd been living underneath his adoptive mom, and I was homeless on the street, so everybody on Yahoo Answers agreed that he is better off than me being homeless on the streets, and he's living with his adoptive mom and never had a place of his own. I had quite a few I never owned a house, never got to afford to own a house, never even came close to owning a house, but I at least had my own place where I was head of household, paying my own rent, paying my own bills and everything, something he's never done. So, you know, other targeted individuals suggest that I try to raise money to get like a vehicle, a van or something, you know. One job that if I had a car I know I can do is charge up, I mean, that's freaking easy. I mean, if you can drive a car and then you stay at your house and you just collect scooters and take them to your house and charge them up and get paid for that. I saw a guy doing it earlier today. And I'm like, well, if I had a car, if I had a vehicle, I can do something like that. I'm confident I know I can do something like that. I wouldn't mind doing something like Instacart, or I think it would be fun to do Instacart and DoorDash, just not Uber, like Uber and Lyft, because I don't want to drive people. I don't mind making like deliveries or something like that, you know. And I don't like pickup trucks. I like SUVs. Sometimes a car is fine, you know. But some people say I should get a van so I can, if I was homeless, I can stretch out and lay in it. But shucks, they make it illegal to live in your vehicle. I don't know where I can live in my vehicle and it be legal. I mean, and where they say I can go to 18-wheeler truck stops or traveler stops and, you know, get a shower and stuff, you know. But they say that costs a whole lot of money. So, I mean, I'm not banned from the city of Pensacola. It's just that I have not had an answer on whether or not I'm banned from riding the buses in Pensacola. And that, well, other than that being my only transportation, they perp me with the private transportation and Z-Trip. Not every Z-Trip driver had hurt me, but some of them have, you know. So it's like, some people say that this gang stalking program is like they live, like, or some people say that if a person's acting nice and normal towards you, and then next thing you know they flip out on you, is because of, some people blame it on demons, and other people say that it's energy frequencies, or direct energy weapons or frequencies that they hitting that person with to make them treat you mean or something. Well, what the hell, has this shit been going on since I was 6 years old? I'm 36 now, you know. All I know is I'm consistent with the way I am, but other people, everybody's just funny and weird, you know. And how the hell, like earlier today I went to Subway and for dinner, and they had one lady who was nice and normal and laughing towards every customer that came in, but I'm the only one. She acted like as if I was getting on her fucking nerves, and she was rude and unwelcoming from the time I walked in there. So I'm not going to go to that, so I don't, well, at least I don't have the desire to want to go back to that Subway anymore. And it pretty much, I think, from what I remember, I think my eyes was, like my eyes started to water up with tears, and I just felt a very depressed feeling, because I'm like, why would, I mean, she treated me, why she treated me like that, you know? But I haven't had that happen in a while, that people, and it's always a black female, like at the Jamba Juice place in New Orleans on Poydras Street, they had this black girl that used to treat me like that. And then at the Whataburger that I got wrongfully banned from in Pensacola downtown, they did that to me too. Like all these rich business white men would come up in there and smile and talk with the black girls, and then the black girls get oppressive towards me. I don't understand, you know, for no reason. And it just made me feel so down, you know, like made me feel like, what did I do so wrong? That you, like, vicious hate anger towards me for no reason at all. I don't understand, you know. So, I don't know. Sometimes I feel hopeless and feel like just wanting to give up, because feel like, well, the mark of the beast or whatever, or World War III and everything is so close. What's the point of trying to fulfill any dreams in life, you know? But then again, something tell me keep on pushing, you know. And so I don't know where I'll be tomorrow, if anybody else is gonna donate me anything else. Somebody suggested I get Airbnb, that is supposedly cheaper. Well, I tried to look. I haven't seen any cheaper stuff, but I don't know though. But I was traumatized, psychologically and mentally traumatized by that experience from Tuesday. No, was it Monday? Or no, it was Tuesday, I think, 2 days ago. And so that's why I hesitated to come back here. But then I came back here, and I feel a sigh of relief, even though it costs way more to stay here, you know. And over there was way cheaper. And people say, well, you get what you pay for. But that does not mean that we deserve to be tortured with bed bugs. Like, come on. I mean, I can see it being an old building, but they shouldn't sit there and allow bed bugs. So, well, I have to go because my storage space is running out, but I'm going to try to talk some more later. Bye-bye.